Morning show, I told you that eternal vigilance is key, especially when you are dealing with this group of Nigerian politicians. Just as I predicted rightly, because I think 10 steps ahead of a lot of them, I knew what they were going to do. I knew that they were going to pass the law in such a way that they were going to leave a lacuna. And like I said, even if they finally pass the law, even get more scared for the president to assent. And even after that, get more scared because they might have embedded something in it. And they didn't go too far. They passed a law where they left a lacuna. The lacuna is, number one, in a case where you can't have electronic transmission of results, then you use Form EC8A. That's a big lacuna. The question is, it's still like what happened in Section 60 before, because this is still left at the discretion of the electoral officer. Some questions I know that they will never answer. Who determines when there is no network to be able to transmit results? And who make the decisions that they should fall back to EC8A? The electoral officer. Probably the electoral officer might have been compromised. Secondly, is the IREV results, is it now justiciable? What does justiciable mean? Can you present it as evidence in court? Because the Supreme Court ruling in the last election stated it exclusively that you can use it for corroborative evidence. That's the result of the IRF. But it's not justiciable. And that's why when the political parties quickly rushed to go and get what was on the IRF from INEC and summoned and put it in court, the courts just overlooked all of them and said, you don't have a case here because what we're going to do is the Form EC8A. And they know that the burden of proof is very difficult because there is no political party in Nigeria. And please don't let them deceive you by saying APC, they have polling agents everywhere. That's when they say lie. Even with the APC cannot boast of even having 40,000 from EC80 of different polling units across the country under election conditions.
Okay, so my people, we are here again and we are still talking about this electoral act. This same bill that the Senate has refused to pass. And guess what? I am here with fresh news today because they have decided to pass the electoral bill, but these people are crooks. Serious crooks. They decided to put a lot of loopholes here and there that they can use to rig the election. Now, let me read this to you so that you will understand what I mean. In case you have not been following. You understand? Yes. Now, breaking news. The Nigerian Senate has approved its votes and proceedings allowing for electronic transmission of election results. Now, the Senate decided that the presiding officer shall electronically transmit to the IRF portal after being signed and stamped by the presiding officers and countersigned by polling agents present. That is, if it fails to be transmitted live, you understand, because of network failure. Can you imagine? So what these people are saying is that it will be okay for the result to be manually transmitted. Can you imagine? What we are avoiding, they are still taking us back there. You know, by putting that clause there, it's already, they are looking for alibis already. So that when they rig the election, they can present all these facts in court. That it was indeed passed that when, you know, the election for some reasons cannot be transmitted electronically live, that it can be transmitted manually. This is not what we are fighting for. We are fighting that the whole of the process from beginning to the end should be electronically transmitted from the polling unit direct to the portals. Yes. And it pleases me, it gives me a lot of joy to see that Nigerians are wiser. Yes. People are saying, no, we do not want this. If it were Nigeria of before, a lot of people by now would have been celebrating. Yes, the Electoral Act has been passed. Yes, so elections should be transmitted, live and direct. But people are keenly following, and there are people that are very, very knowledgeable about this, and they are coming now to talk. Yes. Even, the opposition leaders are out here talking, giving their opinion, saying they do not accept this. They are backing Nigerians and the protests, saying that Nigerians should not accept half-baked bread anymore. Because with this thing that they have passed, it's just like we are giving them guarantee go ahead for them to, conduct their election malpractice. This is not examination malpractice again, it's election malpractice, and then they will have facts to back them up when they go to defend, their malpractices in court. And it is in fact, very pleasing to see that the protest is growing from strength to strength. Even though this rubbish of a bill has been passed, Nigerians are not backing down. If you look closely, you will see that the number of protesters have increased.
Assembly.
Rotimi Amechi that I called out yesterday for not showing face,
Our vote must count.
has shown his
Our
face
vote
today.
must count.
Yes. Even Dalung, the former Minister of Youth and Culture, was present in the protest today. Yes, and we are seeing all these big opposition, big shots are lending their voices. As at yesterday, it was only Peter Obi that was out. But today, Rotimi Amechi even took his son, who is a doctor, and he was saying that the son is there to treat whoever that will get injured while protesting. You understand? So, Nigerians are not sleeping. Nigerians are up. Like I said yesterday, the giant of Africa is up. And we will be heard. Our votes will be counted.